Good evening. All the DC servers are full. We're at max. This country is going to hell. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Smith, and thank you for joining me here on Balance tonight. We've got breaking news coverage. You just saw me a couple of hours ago. It's been a lot going on in this country. We have troops on the ground. We have people being killed. We have, it's total chaos in our country right now. We have reporters on the ground in D.C., and we're going to start with that first. We have our correspondent here, Jordy, or as you might know him, Jack Fruitism, here at the table with me as well, and our special star election table here in Studio A, here at NUSANation headquarters here in Chicago. Also, Fanta Soup, a great friend of the broadcast. He, I don't know, is a great person. She is a great person. All right, and so we're going to probably begin our coverage tonight with our correspondent, Preds Fan 59. He is on the ground in Washington, D.C. for us tonight, and I'm going to see if we can get his feed on the stream tonight. But he has been on the ground in Washington, D.C., religiously. He has been, giving us the news, telling us what's going on, because it's scary out there. It's a lot of, crazy stuff going on. You have all of this going on. It's a lot of incompetency in our government, a lot of incompetency in Congress. And Congress will be voting tonight at 10 p.m. We're going to have that for you here on Bounce, whether or not to approve the war declaration. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and go to our correspondent, Preds Fan 59. He is on the ground there in D.C. So, Preds, first off, how's it going? We see you're driving around there. Like I said, keep yourself safe while you're driving out there. What is going on right now? You're outside the White House. Try and take us to where the action's going on. Where has been the most action right now? You've been outside the White House. Our viewers have been seeing that for the past couple of minutes here on the show, and we want to highlight everything. The White House seems pretty quiet right now. That's great. I want to see World War II memorial, because it seems like it's a lot of spawn killing. It's a lot of chaos ensuing right now. In Congress, in D.C. right now. We are 2 days away from the election, everybody. How are we going to ensure that we have free and fair elections in this country if we can't even secure our own capital? Our military is weak. We're in a terrible place right now. We need to get somebody to get off their fucking ass, get in there, and secure our city. People are dying. People are losing their lives. People, it's all out chaos. It is hell in this country. We have people spawning in from Timbuktu, coming in here and killing our people. It is unacceptable. We cannot have this happening. We have 2 servers right now in this country that are just full. One is just completely full. The queue, from what we are hearing, is like 22, 25 people right now. We have one server at 75, one server at 64. How can we ensure the safety of our citizens in this country if they can't even go to vote? This is sad. The CEI director has died. We have to ensure free and fair elections in this country. We'll get to my open in a second. Pred, you're driving around. You're at the World War II memorial. You are going to Congress right now. Let's go ahead and put his feed back on the screen. So you're going to Congress. What have you seen in the... Oh, wow. Okay, so look at that, guys. Let's zoom in. Look at that. You see all that action right there? Just straight chaos. Pure chaos right now in this country. So, Preds, tell me what's going on.
As I was on the ground during Parker Jackson Live, check it out. There was just mass murder from Ridgeway, from what it looked like Ridgeway military members, and now it seems like people are gathering at the Capitol, the U.S. Capitol building, as we have. I don't know what that is. Looks like police, SWAT, at the Capitol right now. It seems like they are protecting the Capitol. Oh, there's shooting going on. Um, again, um, again, the two main hotspots during the really the oh Lord during the prime of um tonight was at the White House in the World War II memorial, and it seems like the Capitol is now the hot spot. As we have the House of Representatives, if I'm correct.
Hmm.
Um,
I
in
mean, this
about
is the line
30
of the
minutes.
Capitol. I see they've got spike strips. They've got look at all that shooting over there. Look at that, everybody. All of that shooting over there. Look at that. All of that shooting, all of that action over there in front of the Capitol. Oh my gosh, he's being shot at. He's being shot at. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Press. I'm
Look at
press.
that. Look at that. Wow. Just straight chaos, everybody.
Press.
We're going to let you take care of that. I'm going to cut away from you from right now. But let's just go ahead and get to our powerhouse political team here. Joining me right now is our White House correspondent, Jack Fruitism, or Jordy, as some of you might know him. Great friend of mine. He's a great reporter, too. You know, when I hired him, I didn't know exactly what to expect, but this guy has become a great reporter, and I hope he stays with us for a very long time. All right, so Jordy, what are your thoughts about this? You were on the ground for a very short time.
Oh my God.
Okay, we'll cut to you.
Sorry.
No worries.
Please.
Two car bombs have just been at the U.S. Capitol building. Bunch of damaged cars exploded. It is honestly just pure chaos now.
Wow. Okay. We're gonna keep an eye on you. Interrupt us if there's something that happens. We'll keep talking here. We're gonna keep an eye on your feed as well. But Jack, you were on the ground for a little bit of time in DC, and we didn't use your feed a whole bunch, but you were there. You're outside the White House. What do you think about all this? What are you seeing? Are we hearing anything else from the Godson administration?
So thank you for your kind words previously, by the way.
Thank you.
So currently, what the looks are is that the obviously at this point in time, we have been invaded. We are having reports surrounding the Godsend administration. Currently, the most high in profile report is that the Secretary of the Treasury has been highly involved in the FinCEN agency, and they have reportedly instated a officer that is a Ridgeway
Okay.
a Ridgeway national, and he has been spying on the NUSA. You can see actually a picture here. The source is going to be from SMNN. If you want to blow it up on the screen or not, that'll be
let's
up
see.
to the production team. But there is a officer from FinCEN on team in the nation's capital saying, "Glory to Ridgeway, and Ridgeway will win." There's also another. There are also other instances of the Secretary of the Treasury being spotted with the Ridgeway sympathizer who is on the team FinCEN. So this is huge news.
Yes, it is.
At this point in time, nearly every federal and municipal agency with law enforcement capabilities and military agencies with tactical components have been deployed to Washington, D.C., and it's just it's certainly a mess. The Capitol is under heavy protection from our brave military personnel and law enforcement personnel, so we are eager to continue to see their work that they do. But there's just a lot of stuff surrounding the Godsend administration going around currently, and a lot of activity in Washington, D.C. nonetheless.
Yeah, boy, this is a night of a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. My heart rate has been skyrocketing since we've been on the air these past, I would say, pretty much 3 to 4 hours. We've been here this whole time and giving you this news. This is just crazy. I want to talk to Fana Soup really fast. She's joining me here at the desk, and in the midst of all of this, we were talking the other night about election security, about how the election could be rigged, it could be tampered with, it could be, a lot of things could be happening. And, this just adds to our fear. This adds to my fear. This adds to my concern that, people can't go vote in safety and security. This is going to hinder the turnout. This is going to make people feel that they should not be voting, that they're not going to turn out to vote. I think your effort to get people to go vote, if it's in game, is going to be awful. So just tell me what your thoughts about this are from the campaign perspective. All of this cast. I mean, we know T. Soups could have done a lot better. She would be a leader. She would, lead. This wouldn't happen under a T. Soups administration. I understand the activity, but people are dying. Innocent people are dying. Things are happening in our country, and it's a shame. So tell me, what are your thoughts on the campaign?
Yeah, so thank you, Michael. I would just like to say, how can George Godson say that our military is prepared when all term he's hindered it and made it more difficult to prepare for a situation like this? It is unbelievable that he can take credit for both rebuilding the military and trying to secure our country with a strong military when neither can happen. I am so concerned for our servicemen and women that are going to see a dangerous combat situation. And we need to minimize that, and we need to act now. As for the campaign, as you know, was supporting this resolution
Yeah.
from the start. He cannot take credit for this at all. We are trying to minimize the impact on our military. If he's so reluctant to support or even hint at supporting a resolution which he backed off and kneeled to what was a very popular demand among our legislators, he's a weak leader. He flip-flops. He cannot make a powerful statement on behalf of our country and our military without jeopardizing the safety of everyone in this country. It will be violence during the election cycle. That is a huge issue. He needs to get it under control. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a lot of things going on right now. A lot of people are giving news out. We've got a lot of sources on the ground. This Godson administration, this is just a further stain on his administration. I think our combat men and women are going to get into some tricky, some dicey situations. It's not going to be good. I think you're absolutely right on that. Jack, tell us about, any other news we have right now. I know it changes often, so I want to get with you, Jordy, and see what's going on here.
So obviously, we have the high levels of activity at the United States Capitol building. Collectively, we have over, let me see here, 130 bodies in the District of Columbia, be it across
Gotcha.
several different platforms.
Right.
So currently, the most of the war is waging at the United States Capitol building. Give me 1 second. So we have a military source stating that sources close with the United States Army have stated that the internal organization is being kind of I wouldn't want to say falling apart according to these sources, but the words more so oriented towards there's a lot of disorganization, and there may be a retreat of the United States Army, not retreating from the District of Columbia, but rather returning to their base or something of that sort, and recalibrating and getting their stuff together. After we did see there were law enforcement agencies that did kill one of our correspondents, unfortunately.
I see that. Yeah, and we're hearing now that the governor of Ridgeway will be joining me live here in studio. He's heading here now. He will be sitting here with me. So we're going to be able to ask him some questions about what's going on here. So, Matrix is going to be sitting here with me. We're going to have him on the show. It's a very busy news night. Fanta, what are your thoughts about some of the pictures you're seeing about the shootings, the robberies, the car bombings? Very, very disheartening scenes here. A lot of chaos right now in DC.
It's disgusting, and this has to stop. It cannot go on for another second. I commend our great agents at DFPA the United States Coast Guard, and the Department of Homeland Security, MPD, FBI. Everyone that is contributing to this effort is fantastic. And a disorganized armed forces is going to be catastrophic
That's right.
for this war.
Another car
and
bomb
it will
at the
be
Capitol.
an
Sorry for
absolute
interrupting.
stain on this presidency.
Another car bomb. Yeah, boy, this is just not good. This is a very, very tense situation we have here, guys. So, absolutely. Let's just kind of get one more check in here with DC. And yes, we do have word that USM has been deployed. They are fully deployed right now in DC. Is that correct? Yeah, Preds, can you go over there? Let's try and get his feed back up, control room, and
This is unfortunately as far as I can get. It is.
They won't
shoot
let
on
you
site.
pass.
No, it's a shoot on site. I've been killed numerous times now.
Oh wow. Okay, so that you can't even see anything from here. Wow. Okay. They don't want the media to report this. That's obvious. This is just George Godsend's goons. This is his goons doing this. All right. That's okay. But you can still see there, if you zoom in your screen, guys, how chaotic it is right over there by the Capitol. And yes, let me put on your screen, everyone, some pictures that we're getting from some of our sources. Let me see. So this is what it looks like right about now at the Capitol. USM, they're being mobilized. They're there. I mean, this is a very active situation. It's ever changing. So I'm going to have the opportunity to talk to the governor of Ridgeway here in just a few moments, Matrix, about all of this and what he has to say about all of it, because this is a changing situation. It's changing, I would say, by the minute. So this is going to be a very interesting situation. So, guys, we're going to take a break. I don't want Fana or Jory to go anywhere because we're just going to bring him in. So we're going to just talk to him real quick, bring him into the desk, and just kind of have a discussion with him. So don't go anywhere. More On Balance, a very serious On Balance, a very different On Balance. We'll be right back after this very short message from our great sponsors over at Chase.
We talking about cash backing. Not a game. Not a game.
We talking about cash back.
We talking about cash backing.
We're not talking about practice.
No. We talking about cash backing.
We talking about cash back.
We talking about cash back.
Not a game.
We've been talking about practice for too long.
Word.
No practice. We talking about cash backing.
We talking about cash back.
I mean, we not talking about a game.
Cash back like a pro. With Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Tacos.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes.
The 2024 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
That is a live look there at Washington, D.C. from one of our correspondents. He is actively trying to drive back to the World War II memorial to figure out exactly what is going on as America spirals into chaos with this current invasion with Ridgeway. This is a ever-changing situation. We're going to keep the fluff and opinion to a minimum tonight as This is a very serious situation. We're going to try and get you the best news and the best coverage we absolutely can here on Balance. So, we're the only network here giving you wall-to-wall coverage. Pretty much whenever things are happening, we are here. So we're going to do our best to cover this for you here on the network. All right, so we're still here with Fanta Soup and Jack. I'm going to keep this feed up because this is a lot of important information for our viewers that might be heading to the game or want to see what's going on, but might not be able to get in. So, Fanta, I'm going to start with you. The elections are in 2 days, as you know. Does this happening in D.C., is this sidetracking the campaigning, or what's going on with that? Because, I mean, this is a huge, huge thing right now. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. So are these people hacking into the teams, or what's going on? Wow. Wow. Yeah, let's get back to, Jack, go ahead. We're going to keep that feed up.
And the Secretary of the Treasury has released an official statement from his office. Quote, FinCEN/IRS and the Treasury did not assist Ridgeway in any shape or form. I rallied for them to assist our troops. I rallied for them to assist our troops in the war against Ridgeway, but members of the municipal government fought against us and hunted us during these times and spread lies due to their hatred of me. The messages from our members in the radio claiming support of Ridgeway was merely satire and used against us by the municipality. There is no evidence of us doing such things. So that's a contradictory message right there. And it's ironic that the Secretary of Treasury has come on from his office and released an official statement saying, God bless our troops and God bless America. And from all enemies, foreign and domestic, when has his agency and Vincent officers actively supporting members.
Okay,
Oh,
all
Mr.
right.
Governor.
I want to interrupt you for a second, because I want to go ahead and get with him. All right, so Matrix, governor of, we'll go ahead and break into that. All right, so the governor of Ridgeway joins me now. Matrix, Mitch Matrix, rather. Matrix, it's been a long time. We have a lot of history together going back a very long time. So, Mitch, you had that press conference this afternoon. We covered it here on NUSANation, and, you were talking about you tried to talk to NUSA, things just didn't work out. We had some of your top military officials on Parker Jackson Live, and they pretty much lied about having Ridgeway troops actually on the ground. What is the strategy for the next few days? Is it just to bombard DC? Is it to what is the strategy?
Who lied about having some? You said something about lying.
Yes, I believe that was one of Parker Jackson's guests. He came on here. He kind of made up some fluff, and he kind of lied about your military position. So we'll get to that in a second. But let's just kind of talk about what is the military? What is the thought? What is the strategy right now? What you tell us what you can.
Well, right now we're just kind of explain again. This isn't a war that we wanted. I explained this in the beginning. All of it started from just pure trolls, if we're being honest. It was 1 a.m. We got bored. We decided, hey, let's do a little training exercise in DC,
right.
Whatever the case may be. It started off with just targeting presidential candidate T-Soups.
Right.
And, it expanded from there, to be honest. I mean, it was just a little fun event at 1 a.m. Then obviously Adam Strap-on. I don't know if you guys know him.
Adam Strap.
Adam Strap-on. He got his panties in a bunch, and then kind of went off on me. He was like, "Why the hell would you do that?" Blah blah blah. Yeah, he got real mad and everything. So we pulled out last night at around that time, and I mean once that happened. Wait, hold on.
Gotcha. So, and you're doing a pretty good job. You kind of giving us the information. I definitely understand that. And let me just kind of see here. And guys, if you have any news that you want to report to us, if you have any information, then join our Discord server and send me a DM. We'd be glad to help you. But no, I mean it's total chaos right now in DC, and you know, a lot of people are dying, a lot of people are scared. Were you kind of playing this to interfere in the 2024 election?
To interfere in the election?
Yeah.
In your guys' election?
Yes.
I mean, we had no intent of doing that, but that would be funny. Now that you mention it.
So I kind of get the impression from you, Mitch, that, you know, this whole, you know, war, it's just about having a good time. It's a joke. You know, you guys are coming in there and y'all are just having a good time.
Well, I mean, listen, like I said, we didn't want war. Like, we just came in at 1 a.m. and said, hey, let's have some fun. You know, like, the only thing, I mean, that separates us from just a group of people, like, having a good time was the fact that we were in uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's the only thing that really separated us from the greater majority. So, I mean, listen, I can't be, you know, you can't be mad at me. I'm just having a little bit of fun. And, I mean, listen. All right, go ahead.
What do you say about your one of your military people? I don't have his name. He was on one of our shows. He was on Parker Jackson's show this afternoon, about an hour ago. And, you know, he told Parker, you know, there's no Ridgeway people. We were wrong. There's no Ridgeway personnel on the ground in D.C. When we saw, it was clearly Ridgeway people in the game. So what would you have to say to that about pretty much lying on national television about troops being on the ground, or even Ridgeway officials, I even say sympathizers in D.C. right now within our own government?
For specificity's sake, he would be addressing Taken.
That's right. I'm addressing Taken. That's right. Yeah, thank you, Jordy. Right, and you know, right, yeah.
So they said who was on the ground? Who was on the ground?
Ridgeway military officials and personnel
said that we were on the ground.
No, we were asking if they were, and you know, Taken said they weren't, and we saw clearly on camera that they were.
Well, and you're asking how I feel about that?
Correct.
I mean, would you like us to give away our entire military apparatus or something? Is that something that you want me to do on national television?
What I'm saying is that, you know, you had people lying on national TV about what you were doing, and that's not okay. I mean, the American people deserve the truth.
That's the American people. Listen, we don't fall under your little jurisdiction. The
American people deserve the truth, not lies.
We seceded from the state.
You seceded because you suck. That's the problem.
We suck. Listen,
you suck.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'll be real honest with you. That's not what these past almost hour and a half, going on 2 hours, has shown. The fact that we've been able to cause nothing but bare chaos in your game has shown, you know, and I'll even stream for you right now. I'm shitting on a bunch of your cops and your military officials
because
right now.
you're abusing power. You're a bunch of losers. You guys need to stop this because the wrath of Newsom is going to come back on you. I'm trying to be funny. It
seems like they're going down big time.
Mr. Governor.
I'm
afraid that we're going to have to tone down on the cussing. The FCC is becoming very upset.
Oh
yeah, it's crazy. They're very crazy. But I mean, our correspondent is driving right now, and you have Ridgeway sympathizers shooting at him, and it's not right. It's not good what you're doing. I get you're trying to get your shits and giggles, but it's not okay. It's not okay. It's a shame what's going on in this country, and you're interfering with our election.
Listen. Blame it all on George Godson. George Godson is to blame.
Yeah, he is to blame. And matter of fact, George Godson sucks.
For the death of countless citizens, he's to blame for this. And I mean,
Mr. Governor, did your state plant information and intelligence gatherers into law enforcement entities such as FinCEN?
What?
Did your state plant intelligence gatherers into law enforcement entities such as FinCEN, FBI, etc.?
I have no comment at this time.
Okay.
So it's a yes.
That tells us all we need to know.
That tells us all we need to know. That's fine. So I mean, you know, how long do you want this war to last, Matrix? What would bring this to a close? What will close this out?
Well, listen, like I said, this is right now. This isn't war for us. Like we're not
We're
not in any
declaring war
declaration.
tonight. Tonight, we're
That's
declaring
all
war.
right, that's fine. But right now, as we speak, as we live and breathe, the state of Ridgeway is not in a state of war with NUSA. And then even if you guys declare war on us, we're not necessarily at war with you. This little
Mr.
invasion.
Governor, you declared war on
listen,
us.
Actually, no. There's been no formal declaration of war at all. Actually.
So this was just an uncharted invasion of the United States.
So this is what I will say. I'm the commander in chief of our armed forces. So I'm in control of where they go, when they go, how they do it, etc. I have many advisors. I have people that plan. You know what I'm saying? So listen, at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. We are not in a state of war with NUSA. However,
all that I'm hearing.
Wait, shut
right
up
now,
and please let me speak.
Don't tell me to shut up, Mr. Governor.
The state of, I mean, unless you want to kick me off your podcast and just continue to waffle, then I'm gonna tell you to shut up. All right, I'm gonna continue now.
As I was saying, watch it. Let's be respectful.
I'm gonna continue and say. I'm gonna continue and say. Hopefully, without being interrupted.
Talk.
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, all right. Anyway, I lost my whole train of thought. Nice, thanks, guys. Perfectly done,
Mr. Governor.
Oh, I got what I was saying. Okay, never mind. All right, so listen.
Never mind.
Anyway, yes, I got it. So, my point being is, NUSA is not in a state of war with Ridge. Ridge is not in a state of war with NUSA. You said you're gonna, declare war on us. I mean, that's good and fine, but at the end of the day, this invasion was just a warning. I gave you guys a letter. I was very detailed in my letter, and I was very specific in my letter. I said, the state of Ridgeway does not want war, but it will be war that you have. If you
so, Mr. Governor, let me ask you this. So you say that the invasion was a warning. What's the step before a warning? You say that this military
no, it was a
exercise.
A letter
military
today at 2 p.m.
that you had.
A letter today at 2 p.m.
I respectfully let you speak. I ask that you do the same. So, Mr. Governor, you said that the military exercise was just trolling and stuff like that, and then you go on to say that the invasion into United States territory was just a warning or a letter. So, what's after a full-scale military invasion, which was quite pathetic, if I may add. There was very little activity from the Ridgeway military. So what comes after? What comes after?
Activity? Do you want me to put it on the screen?
The warning
over 50 people filling the server. Do you need me to put it on the screen? Ridgeway has.
You could have.
No, I'm answering your question. Shut up and listen. I'm answering your question. 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 Michael, are you gonna tell him to let me answer this question, or is he gonna continue to speak over me?
All right. What we're gonna do? We're gonna be respectful. Let's, Mitch, and go ahead. What were you gonna say? Mitch.
As I was saying, you said we showed up in pathetic numbers. All right.
Yes.
Then I said
pathetic numbers. Pathetic skill.
No, that's what you said. Pathetic numbers.
I said pathetic skill. I said
we can roll the clip back. We can roll the clip back. We can roll the clip back. We can roll the clip back.
Roll it back.
Roll it back. Roll it back then.
Please, somebody on the air, get what I said live.
Because this guy's an imbecile. This guy's an imbecile.
You could. I'm sorry. You could have 100 Ridgeway militants enter the District of Columbia and one member of the NUSA military.
As I was saying, my point being is that this invasion was, again, another warning of this is just a glimpse, and I hope you realize this is simply just a glimpse of what will happen. Yes, this is on.
Hopefully, your future is no sign of your past. If this is a glimpse.
If you think this is a full-scale invasion of NUSA, you have got to be kidding.
So Governor, I want to ask you. You think are you? This is like not max. Are you gonna just? So you're saying right now what we're seeing, the chaos on our streets, is what is it, like 50% of what we can see? 50%, 60%, 70%? Not even half.
This is just the beginning. If you guys decide to escalate tensions, this is what I've been trying to. Okay. Wow. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys. This is exactly what I've been trying to tell you guys. I wrote a letter, and now, like I was saying, I was trying to get to the letter before, but I was interrupted. So I'll try and get to the letter to you now. I said, last night at approximately 1 a.m. Eastern, the Ridgeway National Guard conducted a series of training exercises on foreign land. While a specific location of these exercises need not to be disclosed, it's come to my attention that our actions were not well received by the inhabitants of the area, resulting in a significant amount of chaos and displeasure within the region. We noticed, all right? We acknowledged that we came in, you know, we kind of uncharted territories. We acknowledged that it was kind of just a troll. We did it for fun. It was 1 a.m. We were a little bored, right? But then we continued. We said, I have been informed of discussions within the foreign lands, Congress, regarding potential retaliations, including mentions of war. So let me reiterate, as I have stated before, the state of Ridgeway does not seek war. We do not desire conflict. Our goal is to maintain peace and stability for our people. This was earlier today, 2 p.m. Eastern, before any kind of invasion. I said, however, I must be unequivocal in my stance. Any acts of aggression or threats towards the citizens of Ridgeway will be met with necessary and appropriate responses. All right, I said that, right? Then I continue on to say our priority is to ensure the safety and security of our state and our residents, okay? I urge all parties involved to de-escalate tensions and refrain from further provocations. But instead of taking that advice, right, understanding where I was coming from, NUSA decided to try to send FBI agents that they didn't think we'd know. They sent no, wait, I'm not done. Please let me finish.
Okay,
I'm asking
okay.
you, please let me finish.
Okay,
They
we're gonna
said-
get to you in
they
a
said
second. We're gonna
FBI
get to you in a
agents-
second.
They're gonna get you in a second. They sent FBI agents to the state of Ridgeway thinking that we wouldn't know, right? They didn't think we know it was NUSA, that they send the FBI agents. We have all their names, we have all their alts, we have all their mains, okay? So they sent FBI agents after that letter, thinking that we wouldn't know, right? So obviously there's gotta be consequences for that. So we reached out, and as we said, Taken said before, my captain of RNG, we went and we said, listen, we know what you guys are doing, we know what you guys did. Let's talk about it, right? So we don't have to further provoke the situation, so we don't have to continue to go down this rabbit hole, right? Again, as Taken said, no response, nothing really, nothing really there. So in my letter, I continue to say, I suggest we bring this incident to a close and focus on fostering mutual respect and understanding. But rest assured, if any attacks are directed towards Ridgeway or its citizens, I will have no choice but to respond decisively. And this is exactly what responding decisively means. You send the FBI to our territory to try and inflict harm on Ridgeway civilians. All right, so I'm gonna send you half of the manpower of my military just so y'all can see just a little taste of what a war would look like between NUSA and Ridgeway. And just with the clips alone, the amount of clips, pictures, the amount of intel that we have so far, I have loads already of IC documents, of documents from the FBI, the Central Intelligence Agency, all the way across from the Secret Service, Metropolitan. This goes federal, local, up and down the chain. I'm being honest, and it really wasn't hard. And mind you, this has all been done within a day.
Now, I want to ask you, you know, is your plan throughout this whole war, is it just to fill and flood DC and just kill, pillage, destroy, cause chaos, get the attention of the president and of the media, obviously? Now, we're going to put our camera on our live feed here. He's at the World War II Memorial. You can see all of the amount of chaos and shooting and police presence. Are there any, there's no well, I'm not going to say that. Are there any Ridgeway officials in DC right now?
Do me a favor, whoever's streaming right now at this time, scroll up in the tab. Scroll down. You are in a bad server. Nobody is currently in this server. Yeah, I would hop if I were you.
Okay, so we'll let you server hop. Okay, we'll let you server hop for right now.
I can't.
But I will say to answer your question.
Okay.
There currently there are over 30 members of the Ridgeway National Guard within the District of Columbia.
Yeah, and I see
in a server queue of over 30 people.
That's right. Yeah, and I see there's about 4 servers open right now, and it's getting crazy in here. So right now, I want to go ahead and bring into the conversation over the phone. We have a lot of people on the phone right now, on the phone lines here at NUSANation. We have presidential candidate T. Soups is joining us right now over the phone as well with the governor of Ridgeway is still over the phone with us as well. So T Soups and the governor are here. So T, what are your thoughts about the images, the pictures that you're seeing right now? You were just on with my good friend Parker Jackson. So just tell me your thoughts about all of this. I mean, this has been a crazy day. It's been a crazy, we've been on the air for a very long time. I've got my Diet Coke and everything sitting right here. So I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated. So, tell me, T, what are your thoughts about this? We just talked to Fanta. She's still here. We were talking about the campaign, and we were talking about how, Americans are scared because they see all this violence. They see all this uncertainty, and they wonder how they can vote. So what do you say? What are you thinking?
Well, thanks for having me on. I'm sorry I couldn't be in studio. I'm in the battle right now. I'm fighting at DC.
Fighting and dying.
I ain't dying though. That's the funny part.
Fighting and
I'm
dying.
recording this time too. I got it on video this time.
Fighting and dying.
I tell people.
Mr. Governor.
I want to just say this. I'm going to get to you just a second, Jordy. I tell people. I think T Soups and Mitch have something going on. I've always thought that for years.
What?
Y'all, I think so. I think you guys have something going on. T and you guys got something going on. I know it is. But Jordy, please go ahead.
Mr. President, that was a rather flagrant, Mr. Chairman, excuse me, that was a rather flagrant remark to have on the air. Nonetheless, Mr. Governor.
I think it's true. Don't just sue me. I think it's absolutely true. They've been talking. No, you know it's true.
This is absolute delusion.
I think we should move on from this topic for the sake of our.
Go ahead.
Our viewers.
Preds, Preds. For the Preds, can you do me a favor for a second? Can you air this so that people can see?
Let me let's do this. That's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, blow up his coverage, please, the correspondent from DC.
Yes.
And at this time, Mr. Governor, there is imagery of the NSA capturing a member of the Ridgeway National Guard. How do you feel about this?
Matrix Plays, I think his name is. He is the most idiotic member of our entire troop, and he will be discharged shortly.
Okay.
Oh wow!
That would actually be the individual who was indeed kidnapped.
Yep, simple as that.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Well, straight no chaser.
What did you want from me?
And
pulling up my feet.
Can you screen share the video I just sent?
Yeah, let's get that on the screen too. You sent a video. Yeah, so this is a video from Kaz Goons on YouTube, and this is a video of the invasion from. And let me just get rid of this. Yeah, this is the video of the invasion from Ridgeway. So we'll try and blow that up here. So yeah, this is. Let's just put this on the screen. Okay. So
we'll be right back with you.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Let me blow this up.
Copy that.
Move it. You're going. Send the bombing.
Please stand by.
Everyone silent.
She's coming. Come to the door. Right here, Rick, come in. This door. Come in with me. Hurry, where y'all at? Tony, stop trying to get out.
And Mr. Governor, while we are waiting for that imagery to be pulled up, it is currently on the air. While the
Someone open the door.
By the way, we're gonna
Wait, the gate.
Oh, and by the way, this is what I meant by fighting and dying. You see T-Soups dying right there on the screen.
Where?
It's on screen. Live on air. Live on air.
Okay, I was tapped out. I was tapped out.
Yeah, tapped out while moving. Nice.
this is actually
Look, dying again right here. Dying again right here.
From last night? Oh,
Dying again.
You know what?
And she's dead again.
This is what happened. You waited until SS was gone,
And
then we decided to bring the goons into the game.
And again.
Ridgeway is a community of thugs.
And again.
Y'all should.
That's quite racist coming from a white lady. talking to a black man.
We are not going to get into a discussion.
That is quite racist coming from a white lady speaking to a black man. You just called me a thug. You just called me a thug. I just got called a thug. Yes, I am a black man. I am a black man. Oh, victim. See, calling the black man the victim as usual. Casual for a white lady. I have to victimize myself. Oh, you see that? You see that?
Plural.
You see that? Racism.
That is plural.
Racism. She's a racist. How can we vote this lady for team? How can we vote this lady for president? This is exactly why we can't have our first female president. This is exactly why we cannot have our first female president. This is exactly why we can't have our first
Delusional take.
popping that bobo pussy and shit, bro.
Hey, whoa.
Okay, that's Mr. Governor. We're going to have to. If you make that comment again, I'm afraid we're gonna have to kick you off the air.
Listen, I can leave right now. There's no problem.
That would probably be preferred.
All right, so then, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I enjoyed my time here. I appreciate you guys having me on
See
here.
you on the next.
Jordy, suck my balls. Have a good one.
Shut the hell up and get off
Nusa
the
will fall. Nusa will fall. Nusa will fall.
Get off the air.
Touch my
Security,
boy.
security, let's get him off. Let's get him off. Oh, what a pathetic excuse for a government. I mean, if you pair one Ridgeway militant from the National Guard.
This is probably the most cringe thing I've ever watched. I'm not gonna lie. This is.
I switched off the montage, but I do. It is very ghetto. I want to talk about that montage. I want to talk about what we just heard, because you watched just the destruction of Noosa. You watched the destruction of our people. You just watched a lot of stuff in that last 3 minutes. That was a lot of stuff. Mitch came on here. Mitch is a great guy. I think he's a very nice person. We go way back. But he lied a lot tonight. He told a lot of falsehoods. He was very disrespectful. He didn't let my anchors talk. He had an excuse for everything. T-Soups is here still with us over the phone. The House is convening in 8 minutes. We'll have an anchor go down to the House, or go to the House, I'm sure. And maybe Preds, if you can probably start looking into that, that'd be great. We're going to see if we can get him to go to Congress, but, they convene about...
try the server hop.
Okay, try it.
We are in the second server if you're trying to watch the session.
Oh, it's going to be in the second server.
Second server,
yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's just do that.
Me, I'm going to be hopping off the air at this time, as I have to go attend to the congressional session.
Of course.
Wonderful being with you, Michael.
Of course. Thanks so much for joining me, Jordy. All right, well, we'll keep you updated. Keep us updated, please. All right, well, we're going to kind of reset here on Balance. This has been a very different episode for you. So we're going to come back at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, and give you the latest news on what's going on from our sources. We're also going to give you the House session live from Washington, D.C. with analysis and opinion. I want to thank everyone for joining us. T-Soups, Matrix, Jordy, Fanta Soup, thank you. Everybody has been so supportive. Everyone has been great. Visitors, fans, and family, I would say, of NUSANation. You guys have been fantastic. So we're going to come back in about 5 minutes, reset, come back, and give you the latest news from Congress. I'm not sure they're going to be convening right at, I guess, do we have any? Give us some information on what's going on with the House. So they're going to vote for this. Good.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the first time I've seen House have a quorum since I've been elected, which was over a month ago. First session I host, we have over quorum. It's not even 10 yet.
Wow.
Now, we'll start directly at 10 because we can. But I'm extremely proud of the House tonight. We're voting on 3 bills, and then we will be voting on the declaration of war.
Okay, that's very good. Awesome. I love to hear that. So, excuse me, that's great. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to try and get you the news as fast as we can, as best we can, and give it to you in a quality and timely manner. This has been a very stressful night for us in the media, a very chaotic night, a very uncertain night for many Americans across this country, as our election is in 2 days. My plan for tonight's show was to cover, the election in 2 days, rah, 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 elect people in the Pioneer Party, our country is going to heck or hell. George Godsent sucks, all that stuff like that. But that just did not happen tonight. We're covering this news from D.C. We're covering the chaos and the uncertainty and how scared people are and how people are uncertain. People don't know what's going to happen. People want answers. They want to know what's happening. So I'm learning all of this right along with you because, we're getting this information as fast as you are, honestly, here at NUSANation. And, we've got sources across the country. We've got people going to Congress right now. We've got people that are going to be in the House. We've got people everywhere. So, quite frankly, we're going to cover the news as best as we can. We're going to come back on the air. We're going to do it. So, like I said, this is a special 2-hour edition of On Balance. Whoever is still here, you can stay if you want to. That's fine. I don't care. I'm sure T, you've got to go. You're the speaker. You need to do speakerly duties. And then, like I said, Santa, if you want to stay, you can stay. Preds will stay. Jordan, you can go if you'd like. Thanks for being here. It's been a great, crazy day, everybody. We're still on the air, but we're all figuring this out together. We're all trying to figure out this news. We're all trying to see how NUSA will rebound and grow and come back better. Because after this war declaration, we don't know what's going to happen. I assume we're going to have a large-scale, invasion from USM, I would assume. I'm not sure. If you're still here, what would happen when we declare that war? When we have that war declaration, what would you say?
I think we're gonna continue to see raids happening at both Ridgeway and DC, but I believe it'll probably be an organized couple of battles between USM and Ridgeway at a neutral exterior game.
I go in the Capitol.
Just go up there and hit the door or whatever it is. Oh man, it's a lot of shooting right now. Oh wow, be safe out there, Preds. Like I said, this is a crazy night, and my great friend Parker Jackson is going to be here. We're going to be co-hosting together at this desk in about 2 minutes here. We're going to reset our coverage, and like I said, scary night, very scary night. Dereliction of duty from Congress. Congress is not working for the people, and honestly, we would have a better police presence tonight to stop this crime if the Capitol Police was doing its job, and the Capitol Police is being controlled not by D.C. politicians, but by the House and the Senate. So, total dereliction of duty. Total dereliction of duty. We need every officer we need everybody, all hands on deck. People are dying in these streets. They're dying. And it's not good for our country. So, we've got a camera on the floor right now of the House. We're going to, like I said, we're going to pump this up. We're going to advertise. We're going to get back in here. We're going to make sure we're here for the session. I want to go to Pred's cam right now because Pred is actually on the floor of the House. And what we're seeing right now is very interesting. You're actually seeing, can you go over there? You are... I meant not actually on the gallery. If you go over to the gallery, you actually see members or people in there with guns. Also up there, over there, you see them with guns. They have guns up there. I'm not sure if that's military or if that's security, Secret Service, whatever that is.
That is military. That is military.
Wow, military in the House gallery. So there you see somebody with a gun. Look at that. Somebody has a gun on the House floor. Look at that. Wow. And what I'm scared of is a potential raid of the House session in the gallery by people from Ridgeway. How do we know our Capitol is secure? These are all things we don't know. We don't know. We don't know if our Capitol is secure. We have no idea. We have no idea. So it's 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock out east. So we're going to reset our programming. We're going to come back here, and we're going to report you the news that we have. So thank you for watching NUSANation. We're going to be right back after this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Do not leave this stream. We're going to give you the best coverage out there, I promise you, of anybody else in the nation tonight. We have people across the country ready to report this news and ready to give it to you accurately. So don't leave. We're going to be here for you. Put in the chat the questions that you want us to ask these politicians. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want to hear. We're here for you. Okay, so we're going to have the Sergeant at Arms join us on the phone here in the next few minutes. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have some great interviews. We're going to have some great people coming on the show tonight. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, everybody. This is The Balance tonight. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Smith reporting from Studio A here in Chicago, Illinois, here with my great friend Parker Jackson, host of Parker Jackson Live here on NUSANation. Hey, everybody. How's it going, Parker? It's great to be here with you. You took a little bit of a break.
It's been took an hour off. Had a meeting with my producers, talk about how our first show went, and I think it went pretty well.
I think it went great.
Back now, and boy, do we have a night of news coming up. I mean, we just started. We've been on air since around 5 o'clock, and we're just going to continue to cover it. And what a crazy night, what a crazy day in NUSA.
That's right. What a crazy day. All right. So we want to go straight down to the House right now because they are about to gavel in. So if we can, I would like to go to that. Let's see. House votes on.
We do have what it looks like to be Navy SEALs.
Okay. Let's try and get your feed up. We're just trying to get that back going. I'm so sorry, everybody here in the audience that's watching at home. We're just trying to get his feed back because I know we lose the feed, we get it back. You know how that goes. Okay, we've got it. All right, so let's just put that back up on your screen. So right now, what you're seeing, this is the House of Representatives. This is the second server of Washington, D.C. They're convening. They are voting in order to approve the war declaration or not to approve it. We believe here at NUSANation that the war declaration will be approved, and I think that kind of changes everything. Parker, what do you think?
Oh, it's definitely going to change everything because, one of the strategic command leaders said on my show earlier, as soon as they approve that we can go to war, we can immediately put troops down on Ridgeway and start fighting on the defense instead of being on the offense like we have been in Washington, D.C. This is going to be a true test of our military just to see how well they can survive in Ridgeway. And it's going to be very interesting to see, especially tonight. It seems like the word on the street, the word across the Capitol Hill is that they will vote in favor of a declaration of war. It seems like both parties that's the one thing they can agree on right now is we need to go to war, but it's going to be interesting to see tonight.
That's right. Yeah, we're live on the floor right now. So, the House is going to be voting tonight. It's currently in session right now. And we have our own very great reporter here today. I mean, he's been doing a great job. He's a correspondent here at NUSANation, Preds Fan 59, on the floor right now. There's a lot of people in the gallery up there. What we were saying before we got on the air is that, we don't know who's in that gallery. And, there's no Secret Service, it seems like, actually scanning people to see, what they could have weapons. They could have guns. What is the security like there? When we came back on the air, we saw people with very large guns in the gallery. So what has security been like? Talk to us about that, and what is going on the floor right now?
When I entered the chambers, it was very, very, very loose security. That does not mean that there is still that doesn't mean that there isn't people here. We actually have Navy SEALs, and we have someone being shot. Yep, those are Navy SEALs right there. It seems like they just took care of business, as we have the House Majority Leader.
This is what T-Soups was saying. Actually, this is the first time that the House has had a quorum in a very long time. Really, she said since she was Speaker. The crowd is, huge. Even in the gallery, even on the floor. The crowd is just,
The American
wow.
people want to watch history.
They do.
That's why they're all there. They want
That's
to watch
right,
history
Parker.
happen. And even if when we on your show earlier, y'all were talking about how Ridgeway has sent in spies and stuff, there's no telling what type of spies in the crowd right now. We don't know if the Capitol is even safe. That's something we also have to consider as we're watching this whole event play out.
That's right. So yeah, anything else, Pred? Because I know we, like I said, we don't. We get to see it a little bit, but not so much. But you've got a really good view of what's going on right now.
Yeah, they are actually motioning to vote, so we could get this.
Oh wow.
Quicker than normal. They're doing the A, abstain or nay, so it could be over here in a split second.
Oh wow. So are you able to watch the ayes and nays on the board in the back?
I'm hoping so, but we'll have to see what happens.
Go ahead and if you can walk over there where all the military guys are with the guns, let's just take a look at that real quick. That's just a statement of where we're at. Look at that. Look. Oh, go ahead.
The military has really came tonight to prove to us that they are stable. They are ready to fight on behalf of this country.
Oh wow, there we go.
Oh, there you go. You got the camera on now.
There we go. The camera's working. All right. So the C-Soups is right there. If you could zoom in on what she's saying. Let's see. Oh, I think they can see it. Okay, awesome. That's great. Okay, you can zoom out. Thanks. And you can see all the flags that people are putting over the House, the E Pluribus Unum sign. Very disturbing. But you can see, what a crowd this is. What a quorum, what a turnout this is for Speaker T-Soups. I'm sure she's very proud. Yeah, go ahead and go back to that military pan if you can. That military pan is just, wow, look at that. Look at all those service members on the House gallery right now. They are there. So that's really impressive. That's striking. So are they voting right now? What's going on?
It seems like they are motioning to vote. Nothing has been made official yet. And actually, no, it is official now. Voting is now open, and they are now announcing their. So far we have 4 ayes, 4 ayes, whatever. I don't know.
Ayes, yeah.
5, 6, 7. Let's see. Looks like 8 now.
Can you go and zoom in? Let's get our camera on that vote board if we can. Let's go ahead and get on that vote board and let's just see. Oh my God, they're not in the vote board.
Of course they're not.
Of course they're not. Typical NUSA. Yeah. When it's updated, let's get a zoom in on that. Parker, while you're here, we have a lot of experience covering events like this. We were there during I like to call it the Great Reckoning of Pawn Square.
And
the
then
whole.
we've covered this whole thing over again when the Yada clan invaded Noosa back
That's
2
right.
years ago. Do you remember that? Yeah.
I do. We do. We have a lot of experience covering these uprisings and wars, and I mean, I would say sieges on our capital. So,
Yes.
what does this remind you of? What do you think about this?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh my
whoa.
gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, a shootout! Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Oh wow! Look at that, everybody! A shootout in the House Gallery, live on NUSANation during the voting of the war declaration. Look at that. This is why we said we don't know who's in that gallery. We don't know who. Oh my God! Look at all that shooting. Let's get up. Let's get our camera up there. Wow! Wow! Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh! Wow! Our brave men in blue are defending the gallery right now, but there's a massive shootout. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! People are being shot at. If you need to get yourself into a safer area, please do so. I don't want you to get shot. But you can see there's the house floor. But let's try and go back up to the gallery. Let us try and see that. Is that what's going on up there? Okay. All right. Is everything secure? Tell us what's going on in the gallery.
It looks like everything is secure.
Wow.
Would have to door.
Wow.
There's nobody on the
This
other
is just
side.
crazy tonight, everybody.
But I feel like we should just our main focus be on what is happening right now. Now they're going through. I don't think they have done the war declaration declaration yet. I think they're just going through reform acts, and someone is covering the United States flag with a Russian flag, and it looks like they are now going to do the let's see here. Yep, here we go. Declaration. 2 motions. Motion to vote. Someone seconds the debate. Looks like we are going to debate it. Yep, they're going to debate this.
Okay, so they're debating the declaration right now. Okay, that's great. Let me just see here. So yeah, Parker, we were talking about we have experience in a lot of these events. We have experience covering these chaotic events like this, how, you know, things happen, you know, these uprises, these insurgencies. What did this remind you of?
I mean, this reminds, like I said earlier, it reminds me back to when the Yada clan took Noosa by storm, basically invaded the capital, raided the capital. That was back when all the raids were happening in real life, so they tried to bring it onto Noosa and do all that, of course. And I guess the Yada clan has kind of fallen off since then, but still, I mean, that's what the most recent thing that can come to mind is when we're talking about these raids on Noosa. Now, of course, Noosa is not prone to attack like this, and we've seen it happen year in and year out. Except for this time, it just seems like it's more prominent than it has been in the past. Sorry.
That's right. That's right. I'm definitely with you on that. I mean, it's the Yada clan has fallen off, but we're watching right now. I'm sure you're tuning into this to the feed as well. Yes. I believe we actually had him on our show actually just a couple of days ago. This is Anthony the King. He is a staunch T-Soup supporter, and he is debating the war declaration. I'm sure he is pretty much for the war declaration, as I'm sure. And so it's a lot of debate going on right now when it comes to the war declaration. So we're going to keep we're going to keep on this feed, and we're going to make sure that you know exactly what's going on. So yeah, I mean, Parker, we're sitting here. We're just wondering what's going on because a lot of Americans are scared right now. We are 2 days. We're about to be a day before the election.
Yes, and I'm going to speak on the election in a second because I have been in contact with an FEC official through DMs and getting statements from him regarding is it safe for our citizens to go and vote? So I will read off some of the statements that we've been in contact with in a second. But I want to switch to another topic right now, and this is the reason Ridgeway loves war. And I think Ridgeway loves war because without war, they would have nothing. They would be completely inactive. Something I want to bring up. Ridgeway is, Noosa is not the only nation, not the only state to be attacked by Ridgeway. In fact, Ridgeway has attacked. I'm not sure if the viewers are familiar with the state of Firestone and the
Yes.
international community.
Yes.
They've attacked the state of Firestone 3 times in the last year. Every single time, Firestone has won. Just goes to show how the military is. That's a 3-0 victory. The last attack that they did on the Firestone, I believe, was back on May 25th, 2024. And I used to cover news in Firestone, so I'm still within the fallout
community,
and all
right,
that. And
right.
the community is reacting now to Ridgeway now attacking Noosa, and they think it's almost a joke. Because Ridgeway just seems that they want to attack everybody. On top of that, Ridgeway attacked Vancouver, I believe. It was maybe a couple months ago. All they want is war, and I'll tell you why they want war. Because war gives them the activity, and
That's
is why
right.
we are
That's
seeing
right.
this happen tonight. And most of the times when they attack these places, of course, now Vancouver can't really hold its own, but when they attack these big nations like Firestone, and Noose is even bigger than Firestone if you really think about it, they don't stand a chance. They do not stand a chance at all. And I'm hoping that's what we'll see, and we'll see once our troops, like I said earlier, once our troops get on the ground. But that's some interesting statistics. We are not the first person to be attacked by Ridgeway. In fact, Ridgeway probably has an attack every month looking back on all these places that they just like to fight with. So
I'm definitely with you. Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. And, the question that was looming over this war was that, is Firestone going to get involved? Is Mayflower going to get involved? That has been the biggest question of this whole war, and we haven't seen them get involved. So, our relationship with Firestone. Oh, good.
Who even knows if the Secretary of State has reached out? I can't even tell
Well,
you.
I mean, the George Godson administration is crap.
Yes.
They're not doing anything for the American people. They are completely asleep at the wheel. We're hearing nothing from a Secretary of State or DOD official. We heard that statement in the Discord server earlier today, but other than that, we haven't really heard much. And it sucks. I understand for the activity's sake, but people are dying. It's not a serious situation. We have an election in 2 days. People are scared. They want information. They want to know what's going on.
And even with the activity's sake, if you want to have activity and you want to get everything active, you don't just need to get the game active with people. You need to get your people in your government active. You need to get the whole server, the whole community active. I mean, the Secretary of State has not sent out one message. And if we go even to the White House announcements, we really haven't even heard that much from the president, except for one statement today about a presidential proclamation. On top of that, a statement today. He just keeps sending these memes and the executive thing. But I feel like the American people really want to see is their government working for them. I mean, where is our State Department? Where is the military sending out announcements on the status of how our military is doing? Where is the municipal government? I know the municipal government is pretty busy, but I mean, every branch has a press secretary. Why can't we hear anything from these government agencies that can provide us with more information? Right now, the only information the American people are getting is from our coverage here.
Look at that. There's a shootout. I'm trying to interrupt you. There's a shootout that just occurred in the gallery there.
Into the floor. It is going out into the floor.
Oh my gosh, another shootout. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh, a bomb went off. A bomb just went off. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, and it's going into the Capitol Rotunda. That's what we're hearing as well. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. Lots of crime being committed. I believe people are being rushed off the floor. Some people were kind of running around. We're not sure what's going on. We're going to keep you informed. Lots of shooting, lots of uncertainty at this hour. Okay, so like I said, but Parker, please continue what you were saying. We're just trying to make sure we keep everybody informed. They're debating right now.
Yeah, of course. I was just trying to let everybody know that
of course
we have heard very little from the administration. And I was saying earlier, they want activity. They want activity in the server. But at the same time, just because you have 120 people in game doesn't mean your government is running effectively. You need to make sure that not only the 120 people are engaged, but one, you're the president. You need to make sure your cabinet is working hard and tirelessly to make sure this. And you need to be updating the American people. Once again, why is it we have not heard anything from any military official, any Joint Chief of Staff outside of the NUSANation programming? We've heard nothing from them outside of what we have been broadcasting.
Nothing. And then the American people are getting their real news from us. They're not getting it from FTN or John of Doom or anybody. They're getting it right here. We're the only people on the floor. we're only one giving you play-by-play coverage. It's a shame.
And another thing, why has nobody from the State Department reached out? Why has nobody from the Joint Chiefs of Staff sent out a message? Why has nobody um, from the municipal governments reached out? I mean, these people are inactive because George Johnson's administration is inactive. Who knows where the cabinet is? Has the cabinet met? Has the Joint Chiefs of Staff met? Once again, only information that has ever made it to the American people was from my show and your show because we asked them to come on and give statements, not because they gave them willingly. It's only because us at NUSANation are providing this in-depth coverage. We have not heard anything. So those of you watching, forget about what they're saying in these chats because who knows what they're going to say. It has been dead silent from the administration. And if you want to hear the real stuff, join our streams. Watch us all night. We're going to be covering it live like we always have.
That's right. Yeah, I'm definitely with you with that, Parker. So I want to go back to Pred because he's on the floor, or he's in the gallery rather, in the media section. What are they debating right now, and how long until we get to voting?
I guess as soon as the people who they want to speak, there's more shootings going on, but that's besides the point. Like I said, probably after these debates are done. I have no timetable to know when this is done.
Wow. So there's Sea Soups. Let's try and get more on her. What is she saying? Let's see.
Just asking if whoever wants to have the floor to do so, and they now.
A rep is speaking at the podium right now. Okay, I do see that. Okay,
yes.
So we're going to go ahead and let them talk and kind of continue our coverage here. But I see there's some Secret Service members, it looks like, on the floor, or just some Capitol Police members on the floor right now trying to protect the Capitol. And I know it is a tough job, and I feel, Parker, it's been a total dereliction of duty. Congress controls the Capitol Police. Nobody else does. You heard that on your show. It's been a crisis. It's been a total dereliction of duty that the Capitol Police has not been mobilized for this entire situation in Washington, D.C. I think the MPD and Capitol Police should be working together to secure this city. I mean, it's ridiculous. We're in Chicago, but we see the chaos and the uncertainty of what's going on right now. And I see someone has just finished up debating, and T-Soups, I'm sure she will ask somebody else to come up. But please go ahead.
One thing I will say is that just from watching the live stream, I do feel that MPD stood their ground. They were active, and they had a bunch of people
They did.
there.
I think they did do a good job.
The local government officials really have DC and their side of everything under control. What the issue is our national government. Our national government is inactive. You saw, besides really the FBI, I think the FBI has been doing a great job too, just because seeing all their activity and stuff. But as far as our legislative, not necessarily, as far as our legislative leaders, our diplomacy leaders, where are they? Where are they? One thing I do want to bring in right now is we do have some breaking news coming out from the FEC. We just got a statement from them regarding the aspects on how they're preparing to hold a.
Oh, okay. I want to interrupt you real quick. Parker. Another shootout is happening in the gallery. Another shootout. This is probably the fourth or fifth shootout on the floor. It's chaotic in there. People are trying to figure out. Parker, it's so funny. This is a joke. I mean, I can't believe we're doing this. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I'm sick of this. We got to stop this. This is awful. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, and what I was going to say again is breaking news coming in from the FEC tonight. We had NUSANation correspondents reach out to them from our newsroom earlier. That was one thing I directed to before I got onto the show to my producers to reach out to the FEC tonight to get some clarification on what's going to happen if these elections are held during a full-scale invasion within DC. This is the statement they gave us, and they said, and usually the FEC doesn't really give statements, so it's going to be kind of bland, but just so the viewers can hear it. They said, on behalf of the commission and group management, we typically don't provide official statements, blah, blah, blah. Rest assured, though, the election will continue as planned. So that is one thing. If anybody was considering or thinking that the election would be moved to a later date, it will still be on as of Saturday. Polls will open, and the development team has also ensured that voting booths everywhere have a no-kill zone in them so that Americans will be able to vote without being impacted. Now, what does not make clear is how far these voting zones are. I remember when we covered this in the past, they were in the middle of House elections last time this happened, and you could barely get into the voting zone because these people were just spawn killing right in front of it. So before you got into the safe zone, as soon as you got out, you'd be killed. So that's going to be something interesting to watch. And maybe we can talk to MPD, and if martial law is still declared, we can talk to the military and see how they're going to staff these voting booths so that people can come into game and vote safely still, even just getting to that safe zone. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, people are scared to vote. They're scared to go out there because they don't want to be killed while they're trying to cast a vote. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We're all trying to figure this out, together. So I want to just, I think Parker, left, I think he has some issues with his microphone. That's okay. He'll be right back though. Okay, he's back. Okay, so it's all good. I know that Texas Wi-Fi, it's terrible, but Pred, what is going on right now? I see the chief of police. If you could go back to that, what's going on there? If it's important.
Well, it looks like they are motioning to vote.
Okay, yeah, they're motioning to vote.
We just had one of the admirals from the Navy come down to speak. You could probably, back there, the good amount of Navy on the floor, but it does look like we are starting to vote on war declaration. Let's see.
What people are looking at now is, as y'all watch, is this is gonna most likely be an overwhelming vote, meaning it'll be overwhelming yay for war, and it's gonna be interesting to see which individuals vote nay, just to see which one of them go away from the party. So, Ped, when you are doing this,
one abstain.
Can you read out their username for us?
Acting Pure has abstained. 11 A's, 1 abstain, 0 nays. So no one has no one.
So has anybody nayed yet, or are they just
no nays? No nays, 1 abstain.
Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
The
I had to grab
declaration of
some
war
popcorn.
has passed. Ladies and gentlemen,
all right.
ladies and gentlemen, we are at war.
Okay, everybody, you heard it there.
Wow.
Still has to pass the Senate.
We have a representative saying death to Ridgeway.
And now, it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here. I'm trying to work to see if we can get somebody from military command into call for an interview right now, just so we can see, well, we're in war now, so what's the next step?
Yeah. Right.
The vote is over. We are going to war with Ridgeway.
Wow. Okay. All right, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to not eat my popcorn and talk.
No,
okay.
you're good, Becky.
So please take it away.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are take a break, Michael. I know you've been on here long. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially in war with NUSA. Now, Jordy, are you still in here?
I am. And how this works is, as a commentator, I'll explain the war declaration process.
Yes,
so
please.
It'll pass the chamber of the House of Representatives. It will then go to the United States Senate, and since this is originating from the president's office, it still has been passed by the House, and it was proposed in the House. But we can expect immediate radicalization of this declaration in the Articles of War, seeing that the president declared martial law and has deployed military assets to the District of Columbia. So we can expect immediate radicalization of that war.
And indeed. And some breaking news that's just coming. Sorry to cut you off.
Is not adjourned we are.
Sorry to cut you guys off, but we do have some more breaking news coming in. President George just sent out a message in the White House announcements channel saying that, "Present my powers under the Article 2, Section 3 of the United States Constitution, I hereby now convene the Senate on this extraordinary occasion to start this House joint resolution to declare war." So just like you said, Jordy, it's now going to the Senate. After it goes to the Senate, what happens after that?
The articles will go to the desk of the President of the United States. The articles will either be, it's more of a advisement. He does not have to sign them. However, it's completely signatory. It's like he has. It's pretty much his decision will be to sign the articles of war, which will thus bring us into a state of war with the state
And
of Ridgeway.
again, something that's interesting when you look at the Senate is the House is very much more active compared to the Senate when we're looking at this. So it's going to be interesting to see what the turnout is like compared to what the turnout is in the House. Now, Jordy, and I guess Pad too, you're on the ground, on the floor of the Capitol right now. Is there any time frame for when we think we could be hearing or getting this vote from the Senate? Is it going to happen in an hour? Is it going to happen in 10 minutes? Do they know when it's going to happen?
So this is a extraordinary session. So we could expect a Senate quorum anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour from now. This is still all very fresh, at least for the Senate. It's just passed the House. We can expect an overwhelming vote in support of the war articles, as this is a very patriotic time. I don't believe we'll get a single nay from any member of Congress. So a rough time frame we can expect would be about, I'd say maximum an hour if the session is actually going to play out tonight. If it's not, then we could probably get information to that and the signs of it not happening tonight, maybe early tomorrow morning, afternoon.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's pretty likely that we will have some type of result from this night, and especially from the Senate and the president after. I mean, we already know once that bill goes to the president, he's obviously going to sign it because this is what he likes. And as you're watching the stream, it looks like the members of the House are now exiting the chambers as of right now, going hopefully home for the night. Hopefully they can make it out there safely without being attacked by any of these members in Ridgeway as we speak. Now,
So
Pat, are you planning on going back to DC? You're going back outside to the city and just kind of looking around for us, just so we can see the aftermath once the House did pass that. And maybe they're gone. Maybe they left. Maybe the U.S. police were able to get them out of the city. But that's something we'll have to watch out as well. But like we said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been passed by the House. The House has declared war. The declaration has passed. It now goes to the Senate for the Senate to convene. Hopefully tonight, hopefully in the next 30 minutes. I have been reaching out to Senate sources to see what time they will be convening. And of course, we're going to be with you until they do, covering the latest on this war.
Yeah, and I'm Michael Smith here. I'm back for my short little. I needed that popcorn and a drink because I've been on the air. I think now maybe 3 or 4 hours now, and it's Parker.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm glad I took my break.
I know it. It's been rough. It's been very tough on me. But anyways, no one else is as dedicated as we are. Okay, so this is really, really, it's really tough. Oh, go ahead.
Some news coming in now. The Senate is trying to convene right now. The only issue is that they're having, from our sources, what they're saying is, since it's a full server, they're having trouble getting everybody in the Senate in so that they can vote. So that's why it might be taking a little longer than expected. But go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, and I think, this is from a source. Senate will convene pretty soon. That's great. I think we can get this. I think the president wants to get this declaration really done as quick as possible. You see him there.
Of course.
I just want to say something real fast.
Yeah.
Immediate step up from entering the House. They searched civilians. They searched me. So that's good to see. Obviously. And yeah, George Godson is here. I don't know if my stream is working or not.
Yeah, we've got your feed on the air right now. I see that. And I think, the president wants to get this across as quick as possible. He wants to get this war declaration. He wants to take credit in really, if you want my opinion, guys, I think he's going to take credit for this on Saturday oh, I revived the military. I did this, I did that. When he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. No. All he did was let Ridgeway play games, and then we just slipped into a war because they wanted to have a good time. The bottom line is that he didn't revive anything.
Ridgeway likes to fight.
Exactly. Ridgeway likes to fight. That doesn't necessarily mean that he revived the military. But knowing George, that is how he is going to spin this. He's going to spin this like he saved the military, the activity is back, all of this crap, when he didn't do anything. So George got sent. George got shit. That's what he is. He's terrible. He's a terrible president. Yeah, he's on our feed right now. I don't care. I'm just going to say it because it's the truth. You know, like I said, we've got our sources.
Also,
Parker
George,
got our sources. Yeah, please.
George, if you're watching, why don't you get on our show and talk to the American people?
Well, he has these ridiculous terms that he wants to give us. It's like, what? The terms have nothing to do with our interview. He's scared. He's chicken. He won't come on to any. Like I said, Parker, you know this. You know this all too well.
He won't even
personally. Exactly. He won't even come on.
And I haven't said anything.
Exactly. Won't even come. Right. Won't even come on the fake FTN that glazes him, completely butters his buns. He never, you know, the people at FTN, they never criticize this president. They always say he's great, he's this, he's that. Matter of fact, I think FTN is the commie network. That's what they should be called. It should be called CTM, Communist News Network. CNN, Communist News Network. It should be CNN. Chlamydia News Network. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry to interrupt. We do have the Senate members of Congress that are in the Senate.
Great turnout.
They are
great turnout. Let's get this on the screen.
They're currently working to meet a quorum. They have 3 senators in the chambers right now.
Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the House.
And everybody talking, this is Jordy, our chief White House correspondent, and Jordy, glad to have you back on the stream.
Thank you. We do have the.
Is this a joint session?
Yes, this is a joint session of Congress.
Okay.
There's currently the House of Representatives and the Senate in this room currently. And while we are waiting on the Senate to get in here, would you mind if we have the Secretary of the Treasury of the United States, if we ask him a few questions, we would have somebody.
That's right, and we do have him. We have him on a direct line. I guess he can't call right now. He's in a meeting or something. I'm not sure. I think everybody in the Godson administration is. Oh my gosh, another shootout.
We do have him. We do have him on a line. We can have him send text, and one of us will transcribe his responses. But I would like to get started with that.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, before we get started, please go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. Secretary, your thoughts on the officers of FinCEN. And what their glory to Ridgeway remarks on the radio and stuff like that. And this will be a brief line of questioning as we are currently waiting for the Senate to officially convene.
Correct.
Wait, so are they typing?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. We will transcribe their responses audibly.
While they type, I guess we can just keep talking, Michael.
That's right.
Like I was talking about earlier, the Senate is very inactive, and they're waiting to have a quorum because they really only have 3 damn senators sitting in there right now.
It's a shame, Parker. It's a shame. It's a shame what's going on.
And you need to resign, and you need to let people that are active take your seats. And the president needs to call in a special election for all these seats that are happening because these people aren't active, and it is a shame to our country that we are sitting here with people in our streets killing our American citizens, and we can't even get 4 senators into the chamber to vote to allow our military to go into Ridgeway.
It's a shame, Parker. It's a shame what's going on in this country. It's going straight to hell with George Godson. It really is. It's a shame. Now I want to ask. See when it gets late like this, Parker, and we're on the air, my brain it stops working. Stops working. So Pred, who is this?
This is T-Soup.
Oh, T-Soup. Okay, I heard this voice. I'm like, huh? Who is this? Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, guys, our line of communication for tonight's stream is open. We invite a lot of politicians, so they're in this chat. So T-Soups she's on the floor of the Senate right now. We see her, and they're going to be convening here shortly. But T, that was quick. You got that. Pass. We didn't think we knew it was gonna pass. There was no question about it passing. So T, you're joining us on the phone. I want to get with you because you're the newsmaker for tonight. what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about George trying to get this across? And what we were talking about on the stream, on our broadcast, a couple minutes ago, is that the president is going to take credit for this and try and make it like he revived the military. He's giving them work. He's doing this when he hasn't done anything. It's a shame. So, T, tell me your thoughts about this and how this changes your campaign with this war deck, because this changes things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, firstly, I just want to say great house session. I haven't seen that many people in a long time. The community is hyped for this. We've got active representatives again. It's going great in the House. It's a little bit sad to see senators not able to meet quorum when we're voting on going to war.
Well, when you have a supermajority by the president, this is what happens. You have tomfoolery like we're seeing right now. Go ahead.
We can confirm that we have I believe we are about to reach a quorum in the Senate session, so that session is about to get underway.
Well, the bottom line is that the whole Senate is tomfoolery. You have a president that dinkles around and does nothing all day for the American people. He can't even get his Senate together in a timely manner. It's a shame. It really is a shame. I'm not going to cut this president any slack because I don't like him. He doesn't like me. If whoever is listening to the sound of my voice, what is your incentive to vote for George? He represents old, tired, 30-year-old leadership. He has 50 different baby mamas. He's got all these kids. He's got all this stuff. He's a loser, and we shouldn't be voting for people like this. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of it. It's a shame.
The session is now underway.
Okay,
all right,
awesome.
Here we go, everybody.
Alrighty, and just to touch back on that line of questioning from the Secretary of the Treasury, his response was, the behavior from Finson was completely satire. That they killed several members of Ridgeway's nationalist officers, and the municipal government attacked them because of their hatred for the Secretary of the Treasury. Yes.
Sorry. I was going to say, can I ask a question to the Secretary of Treasury tonight? Now, I
Please.
know the Treasury is not the biggest deal when it comes to dealing with war. But the one thing that I have for you tonight is, has the president convened and met with his cabinet during today? Well, he has. And what was said in these meetings? What was the tone of it? The secretary just said yes. So we're trying to figure out, the president's met with the cabinet. Was all the cabinet members there? Was there only 3, 4, 5? What was the attendance like? I'm just very interested in how this cabinet meeting was going, what was said, what was talked about, stuff like that. And while we wait for that, you can go ahead back and have we started to vote yet in the Senate or not?
I think we are waiting for debate. Is that correct?
We are waiting, and George's quote, I will be following the rules of Senate, and he says a quorum is not present. So,
And it's very funny that we can just see him live, because it seems almost surreal that it seems.
Is a quorum
surreal.
present in the Senate? I'm sorry, Parker. Is a quorum present in the Senate?
Yes, the session is underway.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead, Parker. I'm so sorry.
This seems almost surreal that we're watching George Johnson interact with people inside of NUSA, because it seems like he's so distant. I'm just sitting here watching him say the Pledge of Allegiance, and I'm just like, wow, he's actually right.
He's a real person. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is that he never interacts with the people. The only person interacting with the people the way that they should be is T Soups. T Soups is the only one interacting with that. You're right. I'm right. The only person that interacts with the people the way that she needs to is T Soups. Go ahead and zoom in on her. Look at that merchandise. Look at her. Look at her. Go ahead and rejoin the game, Parker. Amazing shirt. Amazing shirt. All good. We can't. They can't see the studio right now anyway, so that's fine. Okay. So we're gonna stay on this Senate feed because a quorum is present, and so Pleb and Jordy talk to us. Guys, look at that. We are spectators. Please let us in. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious! My gosh,
anything just watching George Johnson. Oh my gosh! Work, like you said, it feels like he's not real to me for some reason. Like just seeing him, I don't know, it's just crazy to me.
It's very Jack, crazy.
Is Jack here?
Yes, I am here.
You move. I don't want to. I'm trying to get a good
Oh, I apologize. I apologize.
Angle. There we go. All right. So like I said, we've still got our live coverage here. We're ticking along. Like I said, the media, they won't cover this. They're not covering this. It's a shame.
Only live show that's happening right now is right here
only
on
live
NUSANation.
show. Only live show. All right. Yeah. Only live show going on right now is NUSANation. All right. So they're debating the war declaration right now. I'm sure that'll take a little bit of time. So we'll kind of stay on that while we discuss some things. So, I mean, Parker, we're here. We are, like I said, we have experience with this. We know what's going on.
This is not our first rodeo.
No, it's not. I anticipate on balance to be a 2-hour show. But it might be a 2.5 hour or maybe a 3-hour show. I have no idea. I don't know.
It's a special coverage, so
that's right. Special coverage tonight.
Or do we need to cover what's going on? I mean, if we start,
we're covering so much stuff today. It's like it's very wishy-washy,
That's
One
right.
thing happens, another thing happens, another thing happens.
Yeah.
Already.
I mean, the thing that I'll say right now is that once we start putting boots on the ground in NUSANation is going to get us a correspondent down in Ridgeway to stream and show us what's going on in there, because at this point I'm very interested, Michael. I don't know about you. I'm interested to see how our military goes into Ridgeway and what they do. It seems like Ridgeway's military is pretty easy to manipulate and stuff, but like I've said in the past, Ridgeway's barely ever won a single war. Lost to Firestone 3 times, lost to Mayflower a couple times. Even we've had issues with NUSA, in the past, but not a full-blown war like we're seeing now. Still lost, but I mean, has the State Department been meeting? So many questions coming to my mind about this administration and what they're doing, because really all I'm seeing is military people going around shooting people. I want to know the diplomatic side of it as well, and we have pretty much heard nothing from anybody on that.
We are now getting
Go ahead, please.
Senator Person is now on the
we're watching that. Everybody's watching that here on the screen. Matrix said, their whole goal was to cause chaos in Washington D.C. That was their goal. That was their point, and they did, and they've successfully done that. If I hop on my laptop right here and I look at the servers that's in D.C. right now, the server's pretty much maxed out. So. And you have another server that's pretty much almost maxed out. So it was a job well done on behalf of Ridgeway to cause hysteria and start a riot. But very interesting.
The activity goal from this administration has been achieved.
That's right.
Activity, like I said earlier, that I want to see is I want to see activity within the administration, not just people playing the game. I want to see activity within the government.
Right, and the senator right now, he's saying NUSA's at war. We've faced an unprecedented danger. We have never been stronger. All this different stuff like that. We've been through war before here in NUSA. This is not our first rodeo. We've been attacked. I've covered it many, many times. I mean, we've had our own domestic issues in this country. We've had clans, we've had gangs, we've had crime sprees. I mean, the states. I mean, it's been a wild few years, and the American people see that, and they're going to definitely be sure of that. I'm not sure if we still have T-Soups on the call.
We did lose the speaker.
We lost T-Soups. That's okay. All right. Well, I'm sure she'll come back once this is over. Who is speaking right now? Who is there?
Currently, we just got Senator Nasanova on the stand to speak.
Right. Now, think about this. This is a plutocrat supermajority. Am I correct?
Yes, in the Senate it is.
Right. And so this is controlled. This is all George's goons in this Senate chamber right now. All his goons. They're gathering,
watching them. He is
just sitting there watching his goons. Goon for him. They're gooning for him.
Them.
Oh,
that's
my.
right. Oh well. This is just George and his goons in this Senate chamber right now, talking about nothing. They are like how the lighting is up there. It's like this is their secret lair. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. You remember that? I feel like we used to watch, guys. I mean, Phineas and Ferb was a classic when I was growing up. I used to have a Phineas.
We are getting some word in the chat that John of Doom is live right now as well. So
well, who cares? I mean, but we're talking about Play the Platypus. Play the Platypus.
Yeah.
I had a plushie when I was growing up, and I loved that thing. It was amazing. It used to make noises. It used to do the. You know what Perry used to do? I used to love that show. But anyways, the Senate chamber looks like some dungeon, dungeness, dun. Whew, looks like a dungeon.
Mr. Chairman, are you crashing out?
No. I mean, I'm just being funny and relatable to our viewers. But I mean, look, they have to sit here and listen to this for 2 hours and listen to this crap go on. And the people are sick and tired of this. They're sick of it. Okay. They're sick of it. I mean, they're sick of the bureaucracy. They're sick of the crap. They're sick of all of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah. You know, and it's a shame. Yeah. But let's get back to the news because we're not here for yapping. We're here to report the news.
While we are experiencing debate from the Senate, I'd like to continue our line of questioning with the Secretary of Treasury if that is all at all possible.
Please, yes, let's do that. And while we're doing that, we'll get back to the news here in Washington. I'm sorry, in Chicago. I don't even know where we are, guys. Whose microphone is that?
I don't know.
It appears that the Senate has lost quorum.
Is somebody underwater?
I think Jordy, your microphone. Your microphone. Okay, all right. Okay, so the Senate has lost quorum. Is that what we're hearing?
Great.
Oh wow.
And it's embarrassing.
Sorry, I was having some issues with my microphone.
It's a plutocrat supermajority. You have the leader of the plutocrat party sitting in front of all these people, yet they have lost quorum.
Wow. I don't understand. Okay. So the report is, the report we're getting right now, is that the Senate has lost quorum. Okay.
The Senate has indeed lost quorum.
Oh my gosh! You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! You got to be serious. This is the kind of crap, guys. Why did you vote for this? It was rigged. I don't care. It was rigged.
Mr. Secretary, you say it was satire. However,
zoom back on him. Zoom back on George right there.
Zoom back on him. We'll get to that interview with the Treasury Secretary in just a second. We have to get to this news. What is George saying right now? What is
zoom on? Just somebody zoom, like whoever is on the camera in there, zoom in on George.
Zoom in on him and
see him in full body. Honestly,
oh, Parker, you want to get spicy. You want to get in that suit.
Take that camera. There he is.
Oh my God.
That's the man who eats hot Cheetos in the basement of the White House all day
That's
long.
right. He look at look at that waistline. Oh my God.
No, what is he? Somebody tell me saying. What is he just saying?
Voting is underway. Voting is underway for the if we could hold commentary for now. Voting is underway for the declaration of war in the Senate.
Okay, Jordy is the only one here that's serious at 9 o'clock at night. Okay.
We got one vote for aye. Second one.
Can we see them vote? Whoever has the camera on. What is George saying in there?
He's asking for their votes. There are 3 ayes. The ayes are now. The ayes are now 4.
At the soup says
5.
6.
There's 5 to 1.
I mean, we're expecting this to pass with flying colors. We're not expecting this to not pass.
The declaration of war has passed. We are waiting for the president now to sign the declaration of war.
Okay, here we go, everybody. This is the major moment in our history. Once again, another war under George Godson's administration.
Something
else that we don't talk about is it's very, very unlikely for a sitting president to win re-election for a second term in NUSA. Almost unprecedented.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president is now heading back to the White House, presumably with a major escort to the White House to sign this newest declaration of war.
Can we get into the White House?
Let's get into his escort right now. That's right. Let's try and get a car, and let's get into. We'll be in the press vehicle behind the president. That's right.
Congress is on the way to the White House as long as okay. The president is going to the Rose Garden. Excuse me, not the not the Oval Office.
We need to get there so we can.
We need to get there. All right. So we're gonna go back to the studio right now. We're gonna let our correspondent get to the Rose Garden and get to where he needs to be to report this. Like I said, I mean, this has been a busy night. The president's about to sign the Declaration of War. President to sign war declaration. It's crazy. I'm typing.
Everyone is allowed in the White House.
Sorry.
Okay, so we are going to get to be in the White House.
We're gonna get good footage.
Okay, so the news and media team has White House door access. So I'm not sure if you're on the team. I need to get him ranked, but
I am not on the team.
And while we talk about this, and while we see if we can get you ranked, another thing that I was talking about earlier. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, but I don't know if there's like a NUSA history book or something. But
there kind of is.
In the times that we have covered this, it has been super unlikely for a sitting president to win re-election. That's why we have all these damn presidents. Like I think what number of president are we on right now? Like 40?
Like 40 something. I mean, we've been through every president. I mean, we've been through a lot together. So
my God. And I mean, it's very, very crazy that George Godson is even.
There has been a car bombing at the White House. This
my gosh.
This has resulted in exponential casualties.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Right, well, let's just try to get. If anybody's watching the stream and you're a part of the White House or you're a part of the police department or something like that, please get our correspondent into the Rose Garden so we can.
He should have access, but we're trying to figure out what's going on.
There will be the ability for all correspondents to be able to get into the White House.
Okay. Let's try and we're gonna watch him get inside the White House now. But no, I mean, this has been a busy night. I mean, this has been one of the busiest nights of coverage we've had. Oh my gosh. Let's go to his feet. He's outside the White House right now. Pure chaos right now. Outside pure chaos.
The Rose Garden is packed currently as the signing is underway.
Okay, the signing is going on right now. Yeah, I can't.
Can whoever's talking share their screen so we can get some footage?
I'm currently not able to.
That's Pred. Now Pred is filming for us right now. He's our correspondent. I'm sure. Yeah, you can just fly over. We can just free cam over to that Rose Garden signing. There it is. All right, let's get over there now and let's just zoom in and see what's going on. Because this is big news in the land of what's going on here. So let's just go ahead. Go, please.
This just in: the Senate of Ridgeway has passed a declaration of war against the United States of America. This just in.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, looks like it's a full-scale war on both sides now, Michael.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, boy. I mean,
if you the national anthem.
Okay, we're gonna talk over the anthem.
Didn't we just say the pledge?
All right, we are going to talk over the pledge, but that's right. So, Senator Ridgeway has just passed a war declaration. Full scale war now. If you went to sleep and you don't know what's going on, you're gonna wake up tomorrow like, oh my gosh, what has happened to my country? Go ahead. You can see on your screen right now, President George Godson is I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Is signing the war declaration right now. This has passed in about an hour through the House and the Senate. One of the quickest bill passings I have ever seen in my life, covering politics. That's right. So let's just see what he says.
Another thing while he's typing is another person that we don't see a lot. In fact, I've really never ever seen the game. Is Vice President Savior Josh is in the game right now. I mean, where was he during the Senate? I don't believe he was there, and he gets to vote.
Yeah, well,
So
he's never active. He's in La La Land. He's in Britain Land. He's in all this stuff. He doesn't do his job. None of them do their job. They're supposed to be working for us, and they're not working for us. It's a shame.
not
So,
at all.
yeah, God sent. He's signing this war declaration right now. You can see. Oh my gosh, it's a gun battle right now. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh
Okay.
wow. Oh my gosh. Capitol Police Secret Service is trying to arrest the bacon here that is shooting at the president, that is shooting at the cabinet.
He
Wow.
said it's a safe zone, you idiots.
It's a safe zone. Interesting.
It's a safe zone. You can't kill anyone.
Wow. Wow.
All right, let's get.
Let's try and figure out.
Rose Garden is a safe zone right now, is what George got said. Once again, just crazy to see that he's even speaking to us. It seems like he's
Oh my
just
goodness. Mr. Secretary, we have too much important news to go on. We could reschedule this if you want. I think your flagrant inaction on the with Vincent's behavior is disgusting. You're a terrible representation of the Godsend administration, but what else would we expect? Thank you for coming on the air, and I hope you can improve your quality as a member of cabinet, because you are disgusting.
Yeah, he's
disgusting
terrible. He's
Secretary
awful.
of Treasury.
Everybody in that administration is a scam. They suck. They're terrible, terrible people.
What do you have to, Mr. Secretary? Your officers committed treason, and you say it's satire. I don't know what to say to that. You are disgusting. You're a gross and vile embodiment of a human being. You're dismissed, Mr. Secretary. That's terrible.
Okay, so go ahead. We're watching God Sent sign this declaration and discuss, what he's doing as president. Like I said, at this hour, we are pretty much in some places a day before the election. And DC
the president
is
has now
standstill.
signed. The president has now signed the declaration of war. We are in a state of war officially.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Well,
this is...
what a day this has been. And please, we're going to keep our correspondence. You can walk around or just kind of keep your camera there. But we're just going to kind of talk over this. What a day, Parker. This has probably been one of the longest broadcast days I've had in a very long time. And,
There's a bomb.
Oh my gosh, there's a bomb. There's a show. Oh, wow. Oh,
the president
wow.
is dead. The vice president and the president have been killed.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yay, he died. Oh, no.
No, the president
terrible.
is alive. The vice president has been killed.
Oh, wow.
Where's
no.
the president at?
Wow.
This is wow.
Oh, wow. Chaos.
One you can describe it as.
Let's take a look at
chaos.
what I assume the Oval Office.
If T Soups can join back, I'd like to kind of get her perspective on all this now.
I would as well. She's a really good person to talk to, especially. Oh my gosh.
They're shooting in the air, though. They're just
shooting in the air. Wow. Okay. All right. So we're going to try and get a look on what's going on the street. Honestly, I think it's going to be a quiet night. I really hope so. It's going to be more of the same. But we're going to try and... Very somber night. Very, very somber night. I'm honestly at a loss for words. You guys know I'm fired up. I'm usually talking about people. I'm calling them names. I always do that. But tonight has been a very somber, very different night here at NUSANation. Very different night here at On Bounce. Very special 2-hour coverage of what's going on in this country.
And now that we have passed all this, I mean, this is going to be the big story. But another big story is, like you said, in one day, the American citizens are going to the polls to vote for their next president. So we're going to be able to have to see whether or not turnout goes higher or turnout goes lower, either because people are scared or people just don't want to go to D.C. to get killed. And that's what NUSANation is going to be investigating. We are investigating correspondence on that right now, kind of taking a look at what is our nation, what is the city of Washington, D.C. doing to prepare for this election, this monumental, unprecedented election.
It crashed.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. But this is a monumental election for sure. I mean, this is something like we've never seen. I think this is going to be an election that determines what kind of country we want to be. this is going to be an election that determines. This is the very, very crucial election.
Yes.
This is at war right now. The Senate of Ridgeway has just passed a war declaration. What is that? Who is playing that music? Okay. So this is just crazy what's going on in this country right now. So we're trying our best to figure all this out.
On top of everything, what voters are now going to the polls for, not on top of all these policies, they're going to the polls for who they think can better handle this war. So they're seeing how T-Soups has planned that she will what she said she'll do, and they're watching George Godson execute everything that he has done. And that's another issue for Americans tonight, just another issue on top of them. Who will they pick? Will they pick George Godson, who has not communicated with the public? And besides the members of his administration that we have invited on here that have been very few, or are they going to choose T-Soups, who's been transparent, brought all of her campaign staff onto our shows, brought them to the public, and has even laid out her plan for what she'll do if she is elected. So it's going to be something interesting to watch, Michael.
Absolutely. And the mainstream media won't cover these stories. They won't cover it the way we can. They don't love politics the way that we love politics, where they're not obsessed with their jobs the way we're obsessed with our jobs. They don't have the same passion, the same grit that we do to bring you news. And we truly, truly strive to bring you the best news every single day, every single broadcast that we do here at NUSANation. And so we just want to thank you for sticking with us these past 2 hours. This has not been an easy broadcast for us. This has been a very difficult broadcast. We've been bringing you this news. We've been learning this news just as you learn it. And like I said, for those of you just joining us right now, I see a lot of you guys have just hopped in here. God Sent has just signed this declaration of war in the Rose Garden of the White House just about 5 minutes ago. And there was a massive shootout at the White House immediately following his war declaration, or him signing the war declaration, rather, and it passed the House and Senate within record time. And I'm assuming tonight that it's going to be calm. It's going to be more of the same. Like I said, we'll probably break into programming and continue to do these breaking news reports if something, just major happens tonight. More invasions, more troops, things like that. That's why I'm going to try and stay on for as long as I can and see what happens tonight. Because it's going to be a long night. Sleeping at the station tonight. I would agree. So we're trying to see what happens, because it's going to be a crazy, very, very crazy next couple of hours in NUSA's history. And I think they will rise better.
One thing that we really have kind of not talked about as much tonight is this has been a complete failure on all intelligence fronts. This has been a failure on all government fronts. These Ridgeway individuals have infiltrated our departments. They are not just coming in here as citizens and spawning in. They're spawning in as police officers. They're spawning in as military officials. You can see them on the USA radios. We have a screenshot coming into our newsroom. You can see them on the USA radios that all these government agencies use to communicate, saying Ridgeway will win, Ridgeway will win, amen, amen. All these people are spamming. So this is a complete failure, a complete invasion by Ridgeway, not just they.
This is a dereliction of duty that we didn't scan these people, and we didn't do our due diligence to make sure we didn't have traitors in our country.
People, how are they getting into our groups? And I'll tell you how. You just see the tryout chat room. You see, trying to go to Future Chops, kill 10 people. I'm in the military now. That's how they're getting into our damn country. We have no sense of security. The Department of Homeland Security has failed. I don't even know who the secretary is. Couldn't even tell you who the secretary is. I don't even know if there's. I mean, we have been completely invaded by Ridgeway. They say that all this started just yesterday. It's been happening. They've been planning this for a long time. It does not take a day for all these people to be added into these departments, get ranked, get guns, get on our teams, get into the radios. We have been fully invaded by the state tonight, and now it's going to be hard to determine who were the spies and who were not.
Yeah. I mean, you have so many sympathizers there. So I believe Pred is still in D.C. I want to get one last checkup on him before we even end coverage. I see. Are you Pred? Or are we still at the White House?
I'm still at the White House. Yes.
Okay, let's just see. We'll get our cameras back on you here in just a second. But yeah, you just signed that declaration of war. I mean, not even, I would say probably about 5 minutes ago. So very, very recent, it just happened right now. We'll go to you. You can see the president meeting with the cabinet, meeting with the vice president, meeting with his other senior advisors and things of that nature in his administration. Just told dereliction of duty. I mean, he's going to try and take credit for this on Saturday. He's going to try and make you think he did something when he didn't. He's going to try to lie to you, coerce you, make you think something that's not true. It's very sad. And you're right, we haven't seen much of Savior Josh. We haven't seen him around. This has been the most inactive vice president in American history. Oh, wow, looks like the White House is being robbed. We'll get to that in a second. But, I mean, this is the most inactive vice president, I think, in American history. He hasn't hosted a Senate session. He hasn't hosted the various things that need to happen, in his administration. So, very sad. Definitely interesting.
Very sad.
Very, very sad. I think all of us that are at the desk, we're getting tired. I'm exhausted. I mean, it's 10:11 here, Central Time here in Chicago. It's 11 out east, and a lot of people are.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. We're pushing through. It's been a long day. A lot of news to get to. Let's just go ahead and get a live look at DC for you from the sky. This is our Sky Chopper 8 in the sky for you, looking at what's going on. Let's go ahead and get that live view for you. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful view. Lots of police activity right now. Looks very, very quiet. This is live chopper view of Washington, D.C.
We can now confirm that a large quantity of military assets have been deployed to Ridgeway.
Okay.
Or have at their own accord headed to Ridgeway. I'm not sure if there's been any official deployments, but there are many military personnel heading to Ridgeway as we are in a state of war.
Gotcha. So military personnel, you're saying, are heading to Ridgeway right now?
Yes.
Do we know if we can get some boots on the ground in Ridgeway, or do you have to get ranked or something like that? Or
That's a good question. I've already talked to some people. We'll have to just kind of see how that goes, play it by ear. But this is some breaking news. Yeah, military is heading to Ridgeway right now. But just kind of get you a look at what's going on the streets of D.C. This is the Washington Monument. We had you at a look at the World War II Memorial just a couple of seconds ago. Very, very quiet right now. But it seems like overall in Washington, D.C., very, very quiet right now. It seems like the chaos and the animosity is very soon heading to Ridgeway. And so if something happens there, I think we should definitely come back on the air, because very, 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 very big news coming out of Ridgeway right now. Very, very big and important stories for you. So we did a poll in our chat. The poll was, who wins Noosa or Ridgeway? Noosa's at 77 and Ridgeway's at 23. So keep voting, and we appreciate your support. So there's a view of Capitol Hill, our studios right there in Washington, D.C., our Washington Bureau. Let's see, where are we at right now? This is the Capitol Hill area of town.
It's like it's pretty much died down there in this server. At least that one. I mean, it's going to be a long night for the individuals of our government, just because they're now. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here.
I know it's just we're so tired. We're so just like we're drained. I'm so mentally drained today, and this isn't even the only thing I've done today. I've done a lot today. This has been a busy day, and so I'm telling you. I'm exhausted.
We could wrap up on the air around here.
We could just wrap up and just kind of
We can pick up coverage later in the morning or something like that.
We could, yeah. We could just wrap up
personally,
here.
I think I'm about to.
You're about to crash.
Yeah, I don't think I ate anything today.
Man, used to these all-nighters like we used to have to do.
Yeah.
Oh man, my sleep schedule is so messed up. I got on the air right when I woke up. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You could ask Michael.
It was crazy. Oh wow, look at that bombing. Wow, look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
live chopper view of Washington D.C. there. Like I said,
just...
traffic is picking up at the Lincoln Memorial. Like I said, we're just trying to watch and see what happens. See what happens, see what activity happens. The war declaration has just been, commenced, so we will see.
Right. People are now dissipating from the Rose Garden and stuff like that, and heading to Ridgeway, heading to the Lincoln Memorial, World War II Memorial.
That's
exactly. And I was just gonna say, this night is long from over, and our coverage might end. But just know that if our coverage does end, these people are still fighting. They're probably fighting all night. Going to be fighting all night in Ridgeway, because we all know the military is big. We have a lot of people, and it's active. And you saw it today, them protecting DC. And honestly, Michael, I was surprised that we had that many military, that many police.
Oh yeah,
And activity within the government, the current administration that we had. I mean, when I saw these pictures, I was like, wow. I was preparing for us to be completely unprepared. I had a whole script written. I was just gonna bash George Gonset for not having the military up and running. But well, at least he did something right.
He did something right, and that's the thing, and it's really something else. You can see, like I said, live chopper view of Washington, D.C. you're seeing on your screen there. We're just kind of monitoring the current traffic right now. We're going to toss it away of the coverage, just toss off that feed for just a quick second and kind of come back to Chicago. So very big night. We can recap. War declaration passed in both the House and the Senate. Massive chaos in Washington, D.C. tonight as Americans go to vote in less than a day. So we've got about a day until voting begins. A lot of people are scared tonight. A lot of people don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people don't know what to expect, and I'm right there with them. So very scary times in this country, very scary times, and we're going to keep reporting it for you here. We're going to keep reporting it for you here. I'm not sure why that's showing up. I'm so sorry. We're going to keep reporting it for you right here on bless you, on NUSANation. So, guys, I mean, this is going to be crazy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stand by our computers, our kind of our news area. We're going to stand by because there could be news that breaks tonight and we want to cover it. So we're going to go off the air for now. But if news breaks, we're going to be back with you on air, and we're going to make sure you have the news that you need. So like I said, we did this afternoon. We broke into your programming. We gave you a live report before Parker Jackson's show. So we're going to do that, and we're going to just kind of go from there. So we have a team of experts at this network, and I honestly want to tell everybody, we just hired Jordy. We just hired Preds. And Jordy and Preds have done a amazing job. These two have surpassed all my expectations in a reporter, in a journalist. They have been, concise. They have been timely. They have done everything that they needed to do. They've been safe. They have been great. And they are just great people. And, they always have a job here at NUSANation because they are two fantastic people. So thank you, Preds and Jordy, for being with us tonight. I know it was a very long night, a lot of news to report, a lot of stuff going on tonight. Very, 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 very long night. Yeah, very long night. So, guys, I believe that's going to be it tonight. This is a...
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yes, please stay tuned to NUSANation tonight because, like I said, subscribe. If you subscribe to us, you'll be the first one to know when we go live, when we have updates, when we post videos, things like that. So you'll be the first one to be notified when all of that happens. And Parker, my friend, Parker Jackson. What a night. It's great to be reporting news with my friends. So we're going to stand by. I mean, it's late. I mean, it's not like we have anything going on. So we're going to stay here and see what happens. If something happens, we'll bring you a special report from here at NUSANation.
Thank you.
Right, thanks everybody. Good night. Sleep well. I would go to sleep if I were you, but we're not because we're crazy. So, all right, everybody, sleep well. Thank you so much for tuning in to this very special edition.
God bless. God bless America.
God bless you.
God bless our troops.
Trump 2024.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for tuning into this very special edition of On Balance here on NUSANation. Have a very great evening from Chicago. I'm Michael Smith with Parker Jackson. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Be safe, everybody.